Previously on Crash to Revive.
So we kind of have now an issue that the car is locked and the key doesn't work anymore. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna attach the key to the selfie stick and see if we can get the ignition back. And I cannot take the key out now.
Seriously?
Yep. Right, we got locked car with a locked key inside into the ignition. Right, so what you have found out? Explain me what you done.
I found out. No, I just found out a little bit of corrosion left between the legs of this MOSFET. This MOSFET, I think it's a MOSFET. It looks like a MOSFET. This one. Between these legs, a tiny little bit of corrosion, and that's pretty much it. I've cleaned most of it. No shorts on the capacitors, and no cold solder joints. And
is it shortened somewhere?
It could have been shortened on these two. Yeah, it could have been shortened on these two because this was corrosion. It was like kind of almost touching the legs. Maybe touching, maybe not touching, but yeah.
First thing, tell me, how did you take the module out?
Exactly as I'm going to put it back in. We've got one broken window that's not working.
Again?
Again, so yeah.
You good?
Yeah, man.
Right, take the module. You need some light?
Not really, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna connect the battery. Right, moment of truth. I know it's dark, you can't see anything in here, but if this works...
Yeah, of course it works.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So does it...
Wait.
Yay! So, Pavel, what's happened to the Cassie module? What's the actual problem?
What's the actual? Yeah, let's explain everything. So, we had no ignition, then we had ignition, then we had no ignition, then we had ignition, and so on and so forth. We cleaned the Cassie module, no ignition. We feeded the 12 volt by manually closing one relays. Then it started working, and it stopped working again. And you know, the last video, key stuck in ignition, no good. So yeah, I took it on a bench with a microscope and cleaned it properly for the second time. And I've spotted a few corrosion spots on these two little babies. These two here, not sure if you can see it. This one here and this one here, right in between the legs. And that was basically the last point of the corrosion. Before obviously cleaning, I've measured all the fuses and capacitors. So basically, fuses are the ones with a tiny little zero. They're like a 0 ohm resistors, like right. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, so
It's basically the zeros.
They're somewhere here. And the capacitors for a potential short, there was no shorts on any of the capacitors. Capacitors are the SMD components that are kind of brown in color, like these ones here. Maybe under the microscope. Yeah. Next time we're gonna make a footage from the microscope. Take a footage, right? So yeah.
Next time. What do you mean next time? Next time it's not gonna happen again.
With the next project, I mean. So yeah, cleaned and it's working. And we tried several times and it constantly works. So what we're gonna do, I mean, he's gonna do it.
We got like a special coating, acrylic coating, called Ambersil acrylic conformal coating. Conformal coating.
Exactly.
So we're gonna spray that. Well, I'm gonna spray it on top because it's probably happened.
Just we haven't not said the first thing, because why there are two Cassie modules? Did you hear? Did you say that?
No.
Look, so there are two Cassie modules, right? Which one of them is completely effed because it was submerged in water for a long time, and then the previous owners decided to replace it with a brand new one, and it was this baby, which worked for about a week because some smart ass kind of, you know, dunked it in water again. So,
yeah. So this acrylic coating is actually gonna prevent it from
water making damage to the circuitry, because it's gonna protect the circuitry like create a layer of protection on the circuit, basically like a anti-corrosion paint.
So we can basically put it back in the water and it's still gonna work afterwards. Well, kinda.
For example, BMWs, they do this on
ECUs.
No, I'm not sure about an ECU, but they do
ECU is
it
100% because my
FRM modules.
FRM.
They do it on FRM modules.
And they do on all the models, like for example E38, it had coating on ECU itself, because ECU it stands next to the fuse box, and it gets some water in there time to time. So
smart. So we're gonna make the Bentley better than factory.
Yeah. So if you got some kind of the problems like this, just take it out, clean it, use the amber seal, put it new coating on top, and that's it. And we haven't put any coating before. That's why it's probably happened again, as the carpet somehow is still damped. So let's hope this is not gonna repeat.
Yeah.
Again.
And obviously, if it's got holes in the board like this one has, then cleaning won't help.
Yeah, cleaning will help. As you probably noticed, the engine is out. Bentley is pushed out, kinda, and we got other engine which we need to install it. But the problem is I don't really have enough of space in here, so I need to somehow move around the engines so I could actually fit the other one into the car. This is for sure the hardest engine swaps that I have ever done in my entire life, and I've done 3. So it's not a lot, but I mean, this is just a nightmare, but somehow we will manage it. Let's talk about a new engine. Well, not new, second hand, but this engine done only 70,000 miles and it cost me £1,500. Obviously, there's a catch. Catch is I'm missing some of the parts. We don't have one coil pack, then we don't have a throttle body, there is no alternator. Also, there is, I think there's a power steering pump in here, or this is a power steering pump. I have no idea, but something is missing in here. The next thing is I need to change on this engine. I need to change the charge cooler this side because it's leaking, as they said. Engine itself is actually in pretty good condition. It doesn't have any visible leaks. The cylinders is not scored. So that's the best news I've had. We tested it, it spins nicely, there's a compression. We tried to turn it with booster pack, it turns, the starter works perfectly with no issues at all. So I don't see why this car shouldn't start after installation. But the problem is, somehow I need to get this engine in here. Yes, I know, this is very, very ambitious, and yes, I know I need a bigger garage. One day, maybe one day, if you're gonna keep watching my videos, maybe we're gonna have a unit in the future. Who knows? You probably can tell from my face that I had a lot of fun time by trying to move those engines, but they kinda next to each other. It took me nearly 2 hours just to put them in the position because the things like this happened. So that's a hole in my roof now. That's good that I have another layer of plastic so it's not gonna rain. So basically what happened is, just check it out, I got a video in here. I think you had a problem. That's my freaking roof, man. As you can see, the engine hoist is actually flipped and it made a hole in my garage. Not the best start, but I'm tired already. Right, so I think we're gonna start with the easiest things that we can actually do it right now. And the hardest afterwards is gonna be obviously the charge cooler, because again, I need to remove the turbo from right side. Because to access it, well, we got a reference. Yeah, I wish to have a reference. I do have a reference and it's actually here. So the charge cooler itself is holding but a few bolts on each side, and one of those bolts is right in the back where that engine mount bracket stands. So that's gonna be a mission to actually change it. Right, so where is it? So I need to remove, that's the one, camshaft position sensor, and that's the second one. And on this engine we're actually missing both of them. So obviously I'm gonna swap it onto this engine. Then I will need to actually remove, while I'm here, I would need to remove generator, which doesn't exist on this side. I need to take out from that engine to put it on this engine. And then power steering pump as well. Need to remove from this, put it on this. And like I said, the hardest is gonna be the charge cooler. And I'm not looking forward to it. Two things done, another 1,000 left. I just noticed as well that when they was taking out this engine, they cut a lot of hoses out. So I need to replace the hoses as well from that engine. Also, we got few splits vacuum hoses, so we need to change those as well before we installing this engine back, which is gonna take some, it's gonna take some time, but eventually it's gonna be done. Right, after the countless hours of trying to remove the charge cooler, I actually made it. And you don't even need to remove a lot. Just absolutely everything. You need to remove the manifold, engine mount bracket, turbos, starter motor. Then you're gonna find screws over here. Well, not screws, bolts. Just over here, and there's gonna be one nightmare bolt right in the back over there, and then you can actually take it off. So I took everything what I need from this salvage engine now, let's call it salvage. So I took everything off the salvage, and now I need to put everything onto the new engine. And I'm not looking forward doing this because it's a long process, very, very long. But from one side, I exactly know where all the bolts are now, so this should be a bit easier. I'm saying a bit easier. I know it's gonna be a nightmare job, but I don't have any options. If I want this engine to be proper running and without any mixtures and cooling system and all the else, it needs to be done, and I have to do it now. If I'm gonna install the engine obviously in the car and there's gonna be an issue with it, I'm gonna regret it and I will need it to remove it again. The reason why I haven't been filming while I was working on the other engine, because it's kind of, you know, pointless. From one side you're just looking yourself where that bolt goes and where it's what, and from another side I can actually show it now on this engine. So let's get it on. Right, so what we are gonna be starting with first is actually this hose in the top. This needs to come out because we need an access to the exhaust manifold. Then there's gonna be 3 bolts on the turbo itself. 2 of them is quite easy accessible, but another third one is a total nightmare because it's over there, deep, very, very deep, and it's so hard to actually reach it. It's exhausting, but I like it. But it's exhausting, but I still like it. Cool, let's go. Right, we are kind of ready actually to put this engine back in place because I have assembled everything around it. Literally by everything, every single pipe. So the charge cooler, well, I haven't realized that I knocked the camera down when I was doing the time lapse and I actually haven't filmed anything. When you see the black finish, it's literally when I knocked out the camera and it fell into the bin and I haven't even noticed. So the charge cooler itself has been changed, but I haven't seen any problems on that charge cooler. I obviously changed all the gaskets on it and I installed another one from other engine into this one. So alternator is in a position, turbos, everything is back in a place, all the vacuums are changed. Now I need to put the subframe back in a car and then we can actually put this engine back in a car and try to start it. Hopefully it's gonna work. The subframe is back in a position. Finally, something is actually coming back together. I will need to change the left side hub because there's a snapped bolt in the top position. If you got an Audi, you probably will know which bolt is it. And I actually cannot remove it. It's like welded inside, so I was trying to hammer it, heat it, and it just doesn't go anywhere, and I wasted like 2 hours just on that bolt. So as the subframe is now, I can actually start assembling right side of the suspension and I can put it left side as well. Well, most of the parts like a shock absorbers, well, not shock absorbers, the air suspension, it can go back in a place, finally. I don't care now if this side is gonna be loose, I just want to put this car back on the wheels and lower it down so I can actually install the engine and try to start it up for the first time. And that's gonna take some time to do it. So bear with me, it's gonna be soon. Finally, after a long time, the car is actually on the ground and it's actually ready for the engine. Oh my god, look at how low it sits. It's like a proper lowrider. Right, let's double check, is everything actually connected? So all of this mess looks like being connected properly. And here, I still, still need to repair this pipe before installing. Well, repair, change it. I'm just gonna put a normal pipe inside and that's it. Problem solved. Same on this side as well. We got split pipe on the end, but that's the smallest problem because the hardest problem is that the car is actually on the ground. Like the bags are empty and I'm not even sure if the airbags is gonna pump it up. So I'm not even gonna do anything now at the moment because as low as it sits, it's better for me to install the engine itself. Probably. We'll see. So we actually ready to install the engine back in a place and connect all the electrical connectors as well and then try to start it up. Is it gonna start? I have no idea. I'm hoping this engine is good. As far as I checked everything, it looks okay. So let's push the engine around it, open the bonnet, check the engine in and connect everything else. Imagine to have this car, lower it like this and driving every single day. It's like 4 fingers gap between it. Oh my god, it's so low. Jesus, so when I'm gonna put the engine in, the car is literally gonna be on the ground. If you want to install the engine from the front on a Bentley Continental GT, don't do it. It's possible, but don't do it. The engine's supposed to go from underneath. I just had a nightmare by installing this engine. It doesn't fit normally, so you need to remove the power steering pump. Then you need to remove the oil filter as well, and then you need to remove behind the, I think that's like a turbo ducting it called, I'm not too sure. It's literally a pipe which goes on a turbo and it goes into the intercooler, so you need to remove those. Then you need to bend those brackets up so it would actually fit, and same on this side as well. But let's forget about that now, because we got finally the engine inside of the car, and I'm hoping I haven't broke anything while I was installing the engine, because trust me, there's some effort needed to put this engine inside. Now I need to actually figure out where the pipes what goes, because I got like, let's say for example, there is a pipe which goes from the intake and it's broken somewhere or cut it, I'm not too sure, and I don't even know where it goes. Then there is other pipes, like let's say for example this one, I don't know, is it goes in here or this one connects with other side, I have no clue. And then again, this pipe, I have no idea where it goes. Then there is this pipe, which was on a chassis, and where it goes, no idea. I'm hoping that it's somewhere accessible, because if it's not, I might be in trouble. Well, that's coolant. Oh no. Oh my days. Alright. So I need to tighten the gearbox in a place so I can push the car forward and backwards. And then I need to actually start connecting everything back in a place and see if this car even gonna start. Seriously, I have a very low hopes that this engine is actually gonna start. I got some trust issues on this. Right, this is the moment that I'm actually gonna be connecting everything around the engine and gonna attempt to start it. I'm actually a bit scared, because on those engines there's so much things to connect that if you're gonna miss it, something somewhere, it's probably not gonna start, or even it's gonna have some serious engine issues afterwards. I actually can't wait to hear this car started for the first time since 2002, I think. So now it's gonna be 2001, because 3 years ago he was driving. So let's connect everything now and try to start it. Most important thing that I need to do is put some oil, but I'm not putting the correct oil. I'm putting at the moment 1040, and this is the cheapest oil I could get. The reason why I'm putting this cheap oil is just because if I'm gonna have a leak somewhere and the oil is gonna go on the ground, I won't need to buy a correct oil. So the correct oil for this car is 040, I think so. I bought it, I got all 12 liters. Well, actually I got 15 liters of it, because in this car you need to put 12.5 liters of oil. That's quite a lot. And if the car gonna start and it's not gonna have any major leaks or something, then I can actually put the correct oil and flush this one out. So basically this is just a new waste oil. I know it's just, it sounds expensive, but honestly just paid £50 for 12 liters of oil. So I would say it's not that bad. I'm actually a bit nervous and my hands are shaking, because I don't know what's gonna happen. Is it gonna start? Is it not gonna start? I have no idea, honestly. So scared. Right, let's check dipstick if we got anything else, and don't want to put too much of oil on a dipstick. Shows something for sure. What is that? Cloth. I just hope I won't need to take the engine out once more, because it's actually quite hard and challenging to take the Bentley's Continental GT engine in this kind of the conditions that I have. I don't have a lift, I have only engine hoist, and this engine's supposed to be actually going out from the bottom, and somehow I managed actually to put it in. Of course there's like not the nicest dents on the sides, but I will fix that later on. As long as the car is gonna start, I'm happy to fix all the rest. So make sure you're gonna subscribe my channel for this journey. If this car gonna actually start, I'm gonna be very, very, very happy. Right, I still don't know. There's two vacuum hoses that it's actually missing. Well, not missing, it's not connected, so I don't know where it goes. There's one vacuum hose that goes into the turbo, so I have no idea where it actually goes. Honestly, no clue. So we'll have to probably call the Bentley and maybe they can advise me where that vacuum hose goes. Right. I'm stressing. Other thing that I need to connect is on the front, the oil cooler, because it's gonna start leaking and splitting everywhere around, so I need to connect this for sure. Right, we are kind of ready to actually start it up for the first time, and hopefully, just maybe, it's gonna start. First question.
Not now, because the fuel pump's disconnected, yeah?
Yeah, the relays are disconnected, so we need to check if it's even
cranks nicely.
cranks. And there's
Not
no...
like in the movies that you put the key in, whoa,
Woo, and starts, yeah. Right, I'm gonna crank it, check it if there's no like major leaks underneath or something.
nothing explodes.
Nothing explodes.
Right. Oil filters in, yeah?
Yeah,
Oil in, yeah?
yeah.
Cloths from the inlets?
Removed.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right. Oh. Now working, just move the gear selection to the
Park.
park.
I mean, it is in park.
No, it's not in a park.
That
Because,
looks kind of park to me.
no, it's R. Reverse. On a gearbox is reverse.
Because the gear... okay.
Right, let's try this one more time. Is it gonna show me that it's in a park? Please apply brake. Okay, I'm applying the brake. That sounds good. Should I?
Good, man.
Should I just put the fuel? The relays back.
I guess.
I'm so actually scared. Right. Fuel release, release, fuel release. They was here. Now they have disappeared. Oh, come on. There was two relays in here. The relays are now connected. So, I'm scared, man. Just because if it's gonna start leaking or it's gonna set on fire? Okay, I'm going. My hand's actually shaking. Yes! Aye. There's no brake pressure anymore. Yeah! Wow. It's I mean it starts. Is there no leaks, nothing underneath? Oh my god. We got like 1,000 lights now on the ECU and everything.
No leaks, but
Take this one
take it and do what?
and film the engine when it starts.
Where's the battle face?
Yeah? misfires a bit, but
New spark plugs or not?
no.
Yeah, come on, man.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy it, you know what you need to do? Pavel, what they need to do?
You need to do a face like this.
That's how the happy face looks. See you in the next one.